nature reserve. I heard good things about this reserve in terms of bird watching, and they also have some mammals here, but the main thing here are the birds. This is the way to the Jacana Height. Let's see what we can spot from here. Very interesting morning here at this nature reserve. But it's a shame that I'm not a bird expert and I don't know most of them. So from here I get that I need to get a book guide so I know what I'm watching. Find zebras walking by the road. Mapungubwe National Park is divided in two sectors, western sector, eastern sector. This is the eastern sector and both sectors are not connected. If you want to go to the western sector from here, you have to go back to the main road and drive a few kilometers because both sectors are separated by private farms. Interestingly, this part is called Ngorongoro Plains and I can see why. This part here is only for 4x4. It's a 7-kilometer loop and it doesn't look too bad. It's just a little rugged. It is called Kanidud and it's like a forest hill beautiful. This roller coaster, you never know what is waiting for you. Well, that was the loop. Probably you don't need a 4x4 to drive it, but definitely what you need is a high clearance vehicle with horsepower, because some climbs are really steep.
Mapungubwe is not only a park with an interesting game drive, it is also home of a superb cultural legacy. It was time then to join a guided tour of the Mapungubwe Hill, where the rise and fall of the first indigenous kingdom in southern Africa occurred between 900 and 1300 AD. Mapungubwe's position at the crossing of the north-south and east-west routes in southern Africa also enabled it to control trade through the East African ports to India and China and throughout southern Africa. From its hinterland, it harvested gold and ivory, and this brought great wealth as displayed through imports such as Chinese porcelain and Persian glass beads. When the rainfall decreased after 1300 AD, the land could no longer sustain a high population using traditional farming methods, and the inhabitants were obliged to disperse. Mapungubwe's position as a power base shifted north to Great Zimbabwe.
There it is, the other mighty river in South Africa, the Limpopo River. This side here where I'm standing is South Africa, the other bank, Botswana. Here comes the Sashi River, and there it meets with the Limpopo. Beautiful views of the confluence of the Limpopo River and its tributary, the Sashi River. Here, this is the Limpopo River. That's the Sashi River. And they get together here. The interesting part of this point is that is Zimbabwe. This is Botswana. The Sashi River is the border between Zimbabwe and Botswana. This is South Africa, that is Botswana. The Limpopo River is the border between Botswana and South Africa. And when you get to this point and they get together, you have Zimbabwe, Botswana, and South Africa. 3 countries, 1 point. There is a traffic jam. There are 2 elephants on the road, and they have been enjoying their meal for probably like a half an hour, and they don't look like they're going to move anytime soon. So, waiting. Finally, they stepped out of the road. You know who's got the right of way here, huh? So many baobabs here. see on the left is the western part of this park, but surprisingly it's not fenced. It's not fenced on the left, and on the right I'm not sure, I think that is a private farm. But it's surprising that it's not fenced, because here in South Africa, unless you go to the desert, everything is fenced. This is the River Drive. One of the rangers at the gate told me this is the most interesting part. And driving on the other side, which is on the other side of the roads are much worse, and it's already late. On the left side is the Limpopo River, and you can tell because the fence is different. It's not the fence made for animals, the electrified fence, which you can see everywhere. It's more like a barbed wire, and I think it's more for people not try to sneak in through the river. But elephants destroy everything. Look at that. Isn't it amazing? This place is beautiful. Only thing is that I can't see if there are more elephants on the river trying to come up, and I'm a bit too close. It really smells like elephant here. This part here looks like very wild, and more elephants coming. More elephants coming to the river, and this is a big elephant, huh? Definitely this sector of the park deserves a visit. I don't know what that was, but something hit the car. There are fresh elephant droppings all over the place. All the time. Everything is very fresh, so this must be full of elephants. There are no wheel tracks on the ground. Lots of animal tracks. Maybe not many people come this way. As you can see, it's only animal tracks. That's nice, huh? It is nice. It's hard to believe that lions, leopards, rhinos are in this section of the park, because it's not fenced, and especially for the rhinos would be an easy target for the poachers. Probably you can only find them at the eastern section, which is all of it is fenced. There are many animals here, many. It reminds me of the Botswana parks. It's more like a Botswana park than a South African park. South African parks are taken care of. And Botswana parks are more wild, and this gives you that feeling of wild park. I am crossing the western sector. The western sector is divided in two by a road. The smallest part is near the river. Now I'm crossing on the other side of the road. This is the largest part, but yesterday when I was near the river, I saw so many animals, and today here I am not that lucky. I've seen basically elephants. The day is very good for game drive. It's a cool day, it's cloudy, so it's not hot and it's not too late, so the animals should be around, easy to see them. So that leads me to believe that most of the animals are concentrated near the river. This is an interesting road. There is a large group of kudus. Difficult to tell which way you have to take. I'm just guessing here. I don't know the way. I don't know which way you have to take here. There's no signs, there's no way to tell. Yeah, look, it's here. Holy shit, it's complicated to find it. Very, very difficult to find. And of course, as you see, this is just for 4x4. Yeah, this road is interesting because you go through these rocky hills, and the road goes through bedrock. So it is interesting, but there are no signs whatsoever. So you have just to drive around until you figure out how to get out of there. Places like this is when you're happy to have a high clearance vehicle. And you see it's very overgrown here. That means not many cars use this road. And that's understandable, probably because they don't find it. Because I've been driving around like 15 minutes until I got the way out. This is the exit. You just open it and close it. There's nobody here.
This was Mapungubwe National Park. I really enjoyed it here. It requires at least a couple of days to see it all, and it's divided in two. In the eastern section, you will enjoy beautiful landscapes, a nice game drive, an interesting culture at the Mapungubwe Hill. And the western sector, it's also divided in two. On the north side of the road, there's the River Drive, where you can enjoy a very interesting game drive. and on the southern side of the road you will not see as many animals, but there is a 4x4 trail that the 4x4 enthusiast will appreciate. It is a different park, and if you decide to come here, you will definitely enjoy it.